There is a waterfall off in the distance. We're surrounded by mountains navigating down a narrow and steep mountain path. Welcome to Patagonia.
My name is Alyssa, and I am on a quest to ride every breed. Over the next 8 days, we'll leave civilization behind and ride through 100,000 acres of rugged Patagonian wilderness, a place National Geographic called a ranch at the end of the world, and Forbes described as the ultimate equestrian escape. Our journey will take us deep into the Andes on the back of a Criollo horse, a breed known for its endurance and stamina.
All right, it is the beginning of a grand adventure. Starting out with a 1-hour drive to the airport. First flight. Second flight. It is 3 in the morning, Colorado time. So it's about the time where, you start to feel a little tired. But we had a 9-hour flight. It was a little bit bumpy. Welcome to Argentina. And we have officially finished the flight portion of the adventure.
This area is known as the gateway to Patagonia. At first, the landscape is dry and sparse, but that quickly begins to change, and we start seeing horses and gauchos with their livestock. The road turns from pavement to dirt to grass, and soon it feels like we're leaving the modern world behind.
We have finally made it to the horses. I'm so excited. It was just a 5-hour shuttle ride, 3 flights to get here, and we're not even to the lodge yet. We actually have a 3-hour horse ride, and of course that's my favorite part. So I'm so excited. The horses are all here.
It's time to meet my quest horse.
Official breed 132. This is Gateau.
The Criollo is one of the most well-known South American breeds, and in Argentina they are closely linked with the lifestyle of the Gauchos.
Thank goodness for steering gear. Super fun horses already. They're sure-footed. We're going in not super easy footing right now, and raining and thundering, and they are doing great. So I'm enjoying my first ride on 132. The sun just came out. Oh, this feels so nice. We are so remote. There is nothing out here other than beautiful nature. I mean, just look at all of that. There's a mountain with snow on it. There's a river down there. It's just beautiful green. We just rode up over the hill and just saw this view. After all of the travel to get here, this is such a great reward. What a view, what a start. I love my horse already. So we're heading towards that grouping of trees over there today. But I was told that for the pack trip, we're actually gonna be heading towards that peak of the mountain that's kind of back there. So for the pack trip, we'll be going up along that way. It's just amazing, the expanse of wilderness here. And as we have started to go down, I have been really enjoying this experience because Gateau switched modes, like instantly without me telling him to do anything. We were going up and he was like fast walking and forward and like energetic. And then as soon as we started going down, the rocks were kind of chunky and technical and the pitch got a bit steeper, and he like immediately went into super awareness mode. You could tell he was purposely putting his feet exactly where he wanted them and just adjusting his balance, and I've had to do no half halting, no adjustment. He is totally comfortable with this terrain, which is really cool to see. The lodge up there is kind of like peeking out between the trees. It's so cool. I've seen pictures of it, but it's fun to be approaching it on horseback. I've lost track of the actual numbers of hours traveled to get here, but we are just about to reach our destination. Thank you, sir. Oh, you're such a good boy.
Welcome to Estancia Ranquilco.
I have a new best friend, and look at where we are.
My name is T.A. Carithers.
My name is Lulu Wax.
This is Estancia Ranquilco. I am one of the owners of the ranch, and I run with Lulu the guest business here at Ranquilco. I kind of describe it as large-scale, off-grid, farm-to-table ecotourism, where we produce as much of our own food as we can. We produce all of our meat off of the land. We produce our own electricity with flowing water. And we bring people in on horses to share this place and to take people on amazing horse adventures out into the mountains.
We are staying in a castle room. It is so cool in here. Wow. Oh my gosh. We even have like a patio out here overlooking the river. Let's go and get some food. Oh my gosh, so many veggies. Tucked into the castle room. Good night, everybody. I will see you in the morning. I just woke up and you could still just hear the river, and I looked out the window and just got to see the beautiful morning. It's time for some breakfast. Good morning. So peaceful. Just like wrapped in the essence of the wilderness, but it's so comfortable as well.
This place, this whole area here that we call the Shelf, was homesteaded in the early 1900s. And so this, everywhere around here, this whole valley and this whole area was homestead land that the government had a homestead act similar to in the US, where they would give people plots of land to go out and create homesteads. My dad came down in the late 70s looking around the world for kind of where he wanted to like create his middle of nowhere paradise place. And he loved Argentina, so he was putting out the word that he was looking for land. This place came up for sale. Right, just kind of like magically around the time my dad was looking. So this is a garden. When I started up, that was one of my huge priorities, was we need to like really get the garden really cranked up and grow a lot of really good food. And luckily I hired Lulu to come be the gardener.
Because food is my love language and my absolute passion and obsession, and that's like a family-wide thing.
A family trait. Yeah.
We get our potatoes, onions, and winter squash from town. Otherwise, the vegetables that you've been eating is entirely from the garden. These are bush beans on the left and pole beans here. A bunch of different varieties of kale, broccoli and cauliflower, several different varieties of summer squash and chard. This is culinary sage. This is dill, some of which we had in our dinner last night. We have fennel growing here, rosemary. We have mizuna, arugula, tatsoi, red mustard, and a lettuce blend.
It's time to head out for a ride today. We're gonna go and do some exploring. It's gonna be kind of a low-key day where we're getting to know the horses a little bit better before we head out for the big pack trip later. I get back on my boy today. Who can come out here to see you guys? Can it be somebody that has never been on a horse before?
Absolutely, yeah. We have an amazing herd of horses here that are very adapted to this landscape, and we have horses to match every ridership level. So we've had people arrive who have never been on a horse, and their first time riding is the 3-hour ride into the lodge, where they're met in Budamajin, and they get on a horse for the first time.
My mountain horse is taking care of himself.
We have horses for more advanced riders as well, and everything in between. I think the people that are drawn to this place either do have a love of horses and horseback riding and adventures, or are just drawn to remote wild landscapes and adventurous vacations.
Other than the noises that we are making going along the trail, it is utterly quiet here. We saw a Gaucho horse that's just loose out here, and he actually was following us for a little bit. It looked like maybe he wanted to join in on the adventure.
The horses are my favorite element. There are horses here that I was riding their great-great-great-grandmother when I was a kid. So it's like family. A lot of these horses, we've known them since the day they were born. They're very hardy. They have 8 months off a year where they're just out in these huge open expanses, just being horses. It's really good for their mental health. They're very just relaxed, happy horses because they get to live a horse life.
One of our mantras is just trust your horse. Like, we go over some pretty intense terrain, technical terrain on the pack trips in particular, and we remind people to trust their horse because the horse knows the way and they will absolutely take care of you on that terrain.
We've been riding down a little bit now, headed towards the river. Thirsty?
Drinking fast. I want your water. We just got done with lunch. We went out in the river back here. A little different temperature in here. Woo! It is cold, but it's actually not like so cold that you can't enjoy it. They brought quiche for us and also this like carrot slaw or carrot salad, and then there were these potatoes with dill. It's like really tasty. So this is such a beautiful area here. I love just looking over and seeing all of the horses just hanging out waiting for us. And this is where we have spent the afternoon. Very spoiled here in northern Patagonia. It's only day 2, and I already know I'm gonna have a really hard time on day 8 when I have to say goodbye to this horse. It's so wide and expansive here.
There's a deeper level of connection with people when everyone's in one place and there's not all this distraction and people are running off and coming and going and jumping in their car to go somewhere else. And there's a quality of community, and that's how I grew up. So to me, that's a really lovely aspect of the whole thing too.
Most people, it takes a day or two to drop in to what it is that's happening here, and you see that transformation kind of, or you see that there's a bit of a learning curve, you know, for every single person that arrives there. There's a learning curve about how to be and how to exist. We are not in the land of conveniences. We're not existing in the modern world where everything is easily accessible or at our fingertips, or a quick hop down to the corner store to get whatever it is you're lacking. And so I like watching, experiencing, witnessing that kind of that learning curve happen for people, guests and staff alike.
There's the version of you that exists in the modern world.
Yeah.
And then as you get here, it's almost like there's this element of letting go of parts of yourself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like even for me, I mean, I love horses, I love nature, I love camping, but you feel your body and your mind adapt to this environment and this community.
Alyssa, are you ready to get off your horse yet?
We tell people we're not a 5-star hotel, and we don't want to be. We're not trying to be. We are what we are. It's remote, it's rugged, it's rustic, and that's obviously part of what makes it amazing as well.
We're heading out on a pack trip, and I'm so excited. There was some serious Tetris packing going on today and weighing of each of the pack bags to make sure everything is even. Our pack mules are over there ready to carry everything up for us.
Official start of the pack trip. We are heading out away from what we have come to know as civilization, which is funny just because of how remote this place is, but it has already started to feel a little bit like home. So I'm excited to see what the next 3 nights are gonna bring. We're making our way through some brush here and climbing up. Already the views are spectacular. And it's neat too because if you look over here you can actually see where we rode in on. So we are really covering so much of this ranch, which is just incredible. I love to watch the horses and mules just navigate their way through the terrain, especially with these packs on. It's so interesting to just see what they have to go through and their awareness of the footing. I've already gotten to feel that with Gateau, and mules especially are known for their extreme sure-footedness. So it's just fun to watch as we're going today.
These high mountain valleys serve as summer pastures for the livestock of local gauchos. The word gaucho loosely translates to cowboy. They have lived and worked on this land for centuries, riding the open plains, caring for their livestock, and surviving in remote regions like these.
Chile is over here and Argentina is on this side, so we can actually see the two countries right from this spot. And that little hut over there is where one of the gauchos actually lives while he has his herd around here. So the horses that we saw a little earlier are his. It really reminds me of when you're watching, I don't know, the old movies where there are no roads and there are no towns. It's so fun that is still here, this feeling of just being able to get out and ride for miles and miles. We're heading up to meet Raul, and this is his place. This is where we're having lunch today. Look at his horse's saddle, just hanging out right there. This is the traditional gaucho style of saddle, so you can see the pads are kind of padded up. It's a lot higher than a traditional saddle, but one thing I'm noticing that's really unique looking about it is those stirrups. Check them out. Every single thing that we have had has been so delicious.
After lunch, it's time to hit the trail. This afternoon, we'll be riding one of the most technically challenging sections of our journey.
There is a waterfall off in the distance. We're surrounded by mountains, navigating down a narrow and steep mountain path. Wow, this is so technical. You can't tell how steep it is really, but it's so steep. You kind of got to put your feet out in front of you and sit back a bit just for this balance. That is some steep terrain. You can barely even see the trail that we came down on. We're wrapping up 6-ish hours in the saddle today. Welcome to our home for the next 3 nights. We picked out our tent spot right here, so we'll have this gorgeous view. So we're getting the tent set up, but I'm getting a little bit distracted, to be honest, because look at what you see. This is the sink area, and this is actually fresh spring water coming out of this. It's kind of weird though to have it just like continuously running, to be out here all the way away from any sort of buildings or anything like that, and we have just constantly running water. Relatively less dirty.
This is your extra paddy pad.
Thank you.
This side, it was our refrigeration unit, so it's a little bit wet on one side.
You know what I'm really loving about this, actually, though? What the best part about this mat is that you just gave me is that right here.
Right.
That's a horse
that's
shoe
number
print.
3 right there, hind foot.
When you're on a pack trip and you can't bring along all of the comforts from home, you can use what you have. In this case, saddle blankets. Kind of makes me feel a little more connected to my horse, and I already love Gateau, so this is a way to bond with him even more. Carried me over a mountain pass today, and I didn't even have to do anything. Let's go see what's going on at the campfire. I just love that we're sleeping right by horses. Hello, everybody.
We're having choripan. Chorizo is this famous Argentine sausage, and then pan is for like bread. So this is like the ultimate hot dog. And then we'll have it with caramelized onions that Caitlin prepared for us, and fresh bread that she baked for us, and a salad that Dustin is going to make for us.
Perfect way to finish the day.
All right, I have to say, pretty excited about the whole horse blanket sleeping pads here. We had a wonderful dinner and everybody just hung out by the fire, and this group is just so wonderful. Everybody is so fun to be around, but I need to go to bed. So, see you tomorrow.
When I woke up, I heard like soft hoof beats kind of outside our tent, and then pretty soon we started hearing some like munching, and then when I opened up my tent, this is the view that I got. This is a pretty epic camping location. Hello. Good morning. I feel like this is one of those experiences that just like, it just reminds you to enjoy life and just be in the moment, and make sure you challenge yourself to go on unique adventures, because there's really nothing like this feeling. We're gonna go put our saddle blankets back with the saddles because we're gonna need them for something else today as well. Gateau is laying down over there. Get a little morning snooze. Good morning, everybody. Oh, awesome. How about you? Faye. So happy about that. A little powdered milk for the morning. Gateau got some rest. So did we. It was a beautiful night here last night camping. The stars were just incredible. We just had some breakfast and got to hang out a little bit this morning, nice and relaxing. And now we are headed up that direction for some beautiful views. My trusty steed is ready for another day.
But before we go, Raul is here with something for us.
There's a term we learned about and actually just witnessed in action, and that is Gauchada, which is basically a favor from one friend to another.
So that was Raul, who just came down from his puesto. That's about a 2-hour ride to drop off our chavito, which we'll cook up tomorrow night, waiting for him to come back. But he's just doing a round trip of 2 hours each direction on that same trail you saw yesterday after butchering this morning for us. That's a Gauchada.
So special. Gauchada.
I always love the beginning of a trail ride, just feeling all of the horses' energy, and everybody's always excited to get out, and you never know what's going to happen in the day ahead, which makes it this awesome, exciting adventure, including bushwhacking. Literally.
This is the mountain that I pointed out way early on when we were just riding in to Ranquilco, and it's so neat to see it up close like this. Just riding across the open plains, and then there's this beautiful, just dramatic peak with the snow. The really fun thing as well is that it's not the only peak. We are actually surrounded by mountains here. I don't see a single road. I don't see a single telephone pole. I haven't even heard an airplane this morning. We are so remote out here, and it is just such rugged beauty. It's lunchtime. We have salami and bread, vegetables, hummus, pesto, cheese. That is good cheese. Not a bad spot for a picnic. The water is so blue and everything is so lush, but it's neat to look up to and see the snow still on the mountains up here. Horses can bring us to so many amazing places around the world, and this is one of them. Home sweet home. Camping is really fun, but camping with horses is even better in my opinion. I'm guessing you don't think I'm wrong on that. Let me know in the comments your opinion on camping with horses, if it's better than camping without horses.
We're bringing the horses horses in for the evening. They've been grazing after we got back from the ride. I just brought Gateau over to the spring so he can get a drink before they go into their corral for the evening. And we have all had a lot of fun.
We're heading out for a ride today. Ruby is going to be bringing our lunch along.
Packing 101 is put the saddle on the pack animal, mule or horse, and hang stuff on that. When you have a regular saddle on a regular horse and you lead that horse, you're packing that saddle. And so then if you put stuff in the saddlebags, you're packing your lunch. And then if you kind of imagine, like, I could put my sleeping bag up here, I could put my dinner up here, and it might fall off, so let me tie it on with a rope. Just the way people tie things on the back of their truck, that's it, you're packing.
I love it. For me, packing feels like kind of this foreign concept of being like, okay, we're gonna head out into the wilderness and everything that's coming along with us is going to be on the horses or the mules, on the stock animals, and like, that's such a cool thing. But even within that world, there's a whole lifetime of knowledge that you could develop and learn.
Right. There's so many different styles. And for me, that's the part that I really love, because I like working with working animals and I like taking care of them. And that kind of relationship, I can't do any of the fine horse stuff, the dressage, all of that whole world that is so amazing. I have no idea about that. But how to help a mule or a horse in the backcountry and keep them alive and healthy, and hopefully come out of the backcountry more healthy and more well-fed than they went in, is pretty epic and beautiful. This is the part that everyone thinks of as packing, as doing the hitch. So over. So you can do this easily as one person, or if you're two, you can just build it one person on each side. This is a lash rope with a lash cinch, which is just a cinch that has a hook on it that is specific for packing. This is the fun part of the box hitch. What I've now done is created this thing where this, to finish up the hitch, I pull here and it's going to pull the box off her body.
Oh. Wow.
So that's why it's called a box hitch. Ready to hit the trail.
Time for another ride. What a beautiful day again here. The stars were so beautiful last night. The Milky Way is unbelievable. Out here without any light pollution, it's just everything is so striking.
Check it out, I have a pack mule. She's not actually attached to anybody, so it kind of feels like an honor when she decides to grace you with her presence.
There is no shortage of beautiful views on these rides. Come on, Ruby, up. We were told to get ready for water. I thought it was a river crossing, but it looks like we're going to be in the lake. This is spectacular.
For me, this has been it's been a tough year. It's been a hard year for me, losing two very, very special people and two special horses. I feel like by doing adventures like this and riding these horses and meeting these people, it is honoring those that I have lost. Those are the people that helped me become who I am today, and it's cool because adventures like this, they help you keep growing as a person. I love that. There's always so much room to learn and grow. Just gotta live and remember to appreciate life, because it's pretty special. It's picnic time. Okay, now that I've gotten one layer of dust off, it is time for the Asado, which is a Argentine barbecue.
The process takes several hours as the meat is slowly roasted over an open flame. We're also making tortas fritas, a type of fried bread. Of course, I had to sample one before dinner was ready, with a generous topping of dulce de leche. An asado is more than just a meal. It's a shared tradition, often prepared after a long day on horseback when gauchos would gather around the fire to share stories and spend time together. These quiet moments of simplicity and community are a part of a culture that's been passed down for generations.
My first official asado. I'm getting ready to head to bed, sleeping out under the beautiful, beautiful stars this evening. This is our final evening out here on the pack trip. What a view, and what an experience. Every day a new adventure, and really, really fun evening tonight. Time for me to get cozy in my sleeping bag and sleep under these beautiful stars.
Everybody is getting ready. They are sorting out all of the stuff that needs to come home with us, because everything that we have been using the last 3 nights has been packed in and will be packed out with the mules and our 1-pack horse. And so everybody is getting saddled. Our awesome wranglers are so wonderful, and they have saddled everybody for us. And the mules are getting ready over here as well. They're waiting patiently for the boxes to be loaded up. We've got Josh cutting firewood for Raul. So it's like the ultimate game of Tetris combined with a little bit of like outdoor adventure and also animal work. So it's super fun. Everybody is looking forward to some hot showers this evening and reconnecting with everyone back at the ranch. That's the way we are headed back today, if you can spot the trail. Good luck.
We have mules packed. We have people loaded. We have, I hope, everybody's tent and extra clothing items.
I cannot believe we are leaving this beautiful place that we have come to call home. Oh, special place in the world here. Remote, wild, rugged, but beautiful, and all seen and brought to you on the back of a horse, which in my opinion is one of the best ways to see the world.
Definitely appreciating the work that the horses are doing, carrying us and all of our stuff back up and over this pass. We just get to enjoy the view.
Today, we get the chance to give Raul a gauchada in return. He was in need of firewood, and our mules carried it over the pass with us so we could drop it off. Raul has been a gaucho his entire life, and he has spent the last 19 years in this valley. When I asked what a normal day looks like for him, he described it as mellow. Out here, life is so deeply connected to the animals, the weather, and the environment.
Can you imagine living out here? Just you and the animals and all of this space.
Just a few days ago, we were headed up this pass, having no idea what was ahead of us. The home stretch. It kind of feels a little bit crazy to be going back to a place that has a lot more comforts of home, and yet it's still miles away from anywhere. That's the first time I've heard him whinny this whole trip. We are back. What an amazing adventure. A traditional Argentine asado. I got to ride with a Gaucho today, and all of it on this super amazing Criollo horse. Attaboy, bud.
After our hot showers, it's time for another delicious meal, fresh from the garden, shared with dear friends under the open sky.
Good morning, my dear.
Today's ride is our shortest of the whole trip. The horses are taking us down to the river.
There's been such varied terrain that we've seen. I was just thinking, like, being next to this kind of dramatic cliffside by the river, we haven't quite experienced this here yet. So much to explore. With 100,000 acres, though, I don't think we are going to cover it all on this trip. So that's why other riders that are watching the video have to come here and experience it for themselves.
It's really rewarding to see people come back from the pack trips just kind of like somewhat transformed by the experience, you know, kind of eyebrows blown off, as I like to say, by like both what they experienced, but what they were capable of, what they accomplished with their horse, what happened within the group, the bonds that developed between the people on the trips, as well as the bonds between the riders and the horses, the level of wildness that they got to sit in, and we just see it time and again, and it keeps it powerful for us, rewarding, yeah.
I put my helmet on before my shirt. That's counterintuitive.
After a fun day of riding and splashing around, it is time for another great meal, a fireside sunset, and a good night's sleep in the castle room.
Our final morning. I woke up this morning and there's beautiful bird sounds and you can hear the river. This is a very special place in the world. It's funny, I'm actually getting a little like emotional about leaving this place. They talk about travel giving perspective. And it's almost like as you stay, the experiences that happen over the 8 days just ground you in a really interesting way. Seeing the way that everybody works together around here and lives around here as a community, and also in how they share this experience with their guests has been spectacular. This is a place unlike any other place that I have ever been. But we have one more ride. One more ride with my wonderful Gateau. So I'm going to enjoy every minute of that, because that is what life is all about. Enjoy it.
It's our final look over the valley. The last few steps of our ride. My loyal companion for the last 8 days. We have ridden every single day since we got here, and he's just been an awesome teammate. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna miss you. Good boy. Good boy. Off they go. Thank you all so much for watching and riding along with me. I hope you've enjoyed this epic adventure. Please hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all at another breed soon.